That's it. Holy Bible. I already read a couple pages, so I'm recently starting to read the Bible, so I'm gonna restart it at Genesis. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. The darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. God said, "Let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water." So God made a vault to separated water underwater, the water under the vault from the water above it. And it was so. God called the vault sky. And there was evening, and there was morning, the second day. And God said, "Let there be water under the sky, be gathered to one place, and let dry ground appear." And it was so. God called the dry ground land, and the gathered waters he called seas. And God saw it was good. And God said, "Let the land produce vegetation, seed bearings, plant, and trees. On the land that bear fruit with seed in it, according to the various kinds." And it was so. The land produced vegetation, plants bearing seeds according to the kinds, and trees bearing fruits with seeds in it, according to their kinds. And God saw it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the third day. And God said, "Let there be light in the vault of the sky, and to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark sacred times, the days and years, and let them be lights in the vault of the sky to give light on earth." And it was so. God made two great lights. The greater light was to govern the day, and the lesser light to govern the night. He also made the stars. God set them in the vault to the sky to give light on the earth, to govern the day and night, and to separate the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fourth day. God said, "Let there be water teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above." So God created the great creatures of the sea and everything living with which the water teems, and that moves about in it, according to their kinds, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw it was good. God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and increase in numbers, and fill the waters and the seas, and let the birds increase on earth." And there was evening, and there was morning, the fifth day. And God said, "Let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds, and the livestock, the creatures that move along the ground, and the wild animals, each according to its kind. And it was so. God made the wild animals according to its kind, the livestock according to their kinds, and all the creatures that move along the ground according to its kind. God saw it was good. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground." So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God he created them. Male and female he created them. God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number. Fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, and over every living creature that moves on the ground." Then God said, "I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with seeds in it. They will be yours for food. And call the beasts of the earth, and all the birds in the sky, and all the creatures moving along the ground. Everything that has the breath of life in it, I give every green plant for you, for food." And it was so. God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. And there was evening and there was morning, the sixth day. Thus the heavens and the earth were completed in all their vast array. I don't know what that says. I think it's array. By the seventh day, God has finished the work he had been doing. So on the seventh day he rested from all his work. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it he rested from all the work of creating that he had done. Adam and Eve. And it says Adam and Eve in bold. This is the account of the heavens and the earth when they were created, when the Lord God made the earth and the heavens. Now no shrub had yet appeared on the earth, and no plant had yet sprung up, for the Lord God had not sent rain on the earth, and there was no one to work the ground, but streams came up from the earth and watered the whole surface of the ground. Then the Lord God formed a man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And the man became a living being. Now the Lord God has planted a garden in the east, and he has put mankind he had formed. The Lord God made all kinds of trees grow out of the ground, trees that were pleasing to the eye, good for food. In the middle of the garden there was the tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. A river watering the garden flowed from Eden. From there it was separated into the four headwaters. The name of the first is the Pishon. And it's a weird name. It winds through the entire land of Havilah. I'm gonna say Havilah, where there is gold. The gold of the land is good. Aromatic resin and onyx are also there. The name of the second river is the Gihon. It winds through the entire land of Cush. The name of the third river is Tigris. It runs along the east side of Ashur. And the fourth river is the Euphrates. The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it. and take care of it. And then the Lord God commanded the man, "You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from." Oh well.
Have you had something to eat?
Yeah.
Okay, so you had
Yeah.
them already?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love you. Okay. You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. For when you eat from it, you will certainly die. The Lord God said, "It is not good for the man to be alone. I'll make a helper suitable for him." Now the Lord God has formed out of the ground all the wild animals and all the birds in the sky. He brought them to the man to see what he could name them. And what the man called each living creature, that was its name. So the man gave names to all the livestock, the birds in the sky, and all the wild animals. But for Adam, no suitable helper was found. So the Lord caused the man to fall into a deep sleep. And while he was sleeping, he took one of the man's ribs and then closed up the place with flesh. Then the Lord God made a woman from the rib he had taken out of the man, and he brought her to the man. Okay. I'm going to continue the rest tomorrow. I'm going to start reading the Bible daily. I would say I'm going to read one page a day. So like today I read this, backside, and right here. So I'm going to read the rest of this page and this tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow morning if I wake up early enough. So, bye.